Hello everyone, this is present day Brillo, as the video you're about to watch was recorded about a week and a half ago. I just wanted to say thank you so much for all the great feedback that I've gotten on the past video, and the reception that I got on the video was fantastic. It's been absolutely amazing to see so many people like the content, find it interesting, learning things and being interested to see more. Thank you so much and enjoy the video. So, in today's video we're going to be talking about economy. And primarily, one interesting development that I have seen of how teams use the half-buy rounds to maximize the amount of buy rounds they have. So as you can see on this little picture here, that we won't be on for too long, the CT full buy is a bit more expensive than the T full buy. This is something that we already know, and that the half-buys are quite a bit cheaper. The reason why the game has always revolved around focusing on breaking down the CT economy is not because the CT buy is necessarily more expensive, it's that the CTs make less money. They don't get the bomb plant money. Generally speaking, when Ts win a round, CTs are going to die more so than Ts. The Ts will always get more money, the Ts buy will be cheaper, the Ts can always get away with avoiding certain things. They can always avoiding getting full nades, they can always have one or two guys with Mach 10 or Galils, whilst the CTs lose a lot of firepower going from an M4 to a FAMAS, as opposed to a T going from an AK to a Galil, due to the CTs needing to buy half armor, and if they buy half armor against Galil, then the Galil is basically an AK, right? So, what we can see here is at least that the Ts have always used the half-buy round to break down the CT economy, because the Mach 10 rushes, pops, etc. has always been quite a strong strategy. But what is interesting that I find recently that we're going to be talking about in this video is how CTs have started to use this half-buy round that we can see here, which is very cheap, honestly, and has a lot of strengths. The MP9 is a very good weapon, and with minimal util you can get away with very solid rounds that you can also use to springboard your economy for the rest of the half. This is what we're going to be talking about in this video today. So here we see, this is from Cologne, Furia versus Liquid. And what we can see in this game is that, well, Furia have quite a sizable lead, as noteworthy as well, because you wouldn't necessarily always do the strategy if you're on the ropes, right? If you need to start winning rounds, you might not do this. But Furia play the pistol rounds. This is not super interesting, but they end up losing the round here. So what a lot of teams have done since the addition of MR12 is that they will force buy in this round, because people think, well, you kind of need to start winning rounds, right? Or even if you lose this force buy round, you want to have a full buy round once you actually start buying, right? So if you eco fully here and you end up buying next round, you'll only have about 4,500-ish per player, which, as we looked at the picture before, it's not going to be enough to have full nades. Especially, you might want full armor, especially against the Ts who have like a couple of Galils, maybe Mach 10s left. A lot of teams prefer not to do that, right? Because they want to have the actual full buy with full armor with nades with an op on the first buy round. But Furia opt to eco here, which isn't super uncommon, as I said. I think for a while now, since CS2's release, we've seen people force ban these rounds as CT. This is the part that gets interesting, right? Because traditionally, as I said, if we're just thinking, you know, oh, I want to win a round, you buy fully here, right? You want M4s, people want M4s, you try to win the duels. You have better guns than them theoretically, because they got some Galils left. Bonus round, you got M4s. But you won't have util. So realistically, it's like, this round is still at best like a 50-50, and if you win it, if you get killed a lot, the Ts will still have a very good buy, and you will still have like lower money than them. In my team, we call this the ecohack, which is they don't fully buy this round. They save approximately a minimum 1,500 per player here. They opt for saving almost 2,000 per player, and play with MP9s. So they're basically playing the CT half-buy round that I spoke about, right? And what they do here is they don't invest in full nades, they don't invest in necessarily head armor, they don't invest in kits even. They have no M4s, but they have like smokes, some mollies, and MP9s. And they basically just play this round as a full gamble. They play a bait setup in A main here. They have Shallow playing for mid, hoping that he gets a multi-kill if they come, and they're doubling con. So there's a lot of gaps this round if we just look at it objectively, right? If the Ts do a full B exec, B is weak. If the Ts do a full mid pop, Shallow is weak. If they do, I mean, A is pretty strong, right, with two MP9s here. But they're also playing this round knowing that Liquid will expect them to have M4s here. So if the Ts do something, they might not do a full exec, they might try to do a pop instead. And at that point, your MP9s against their Mach 10 is not terribly unfavored for you, right? And as I said, taking a gamble here, you're just playing to hope that they go into your traps, kind of. You're not playing this round knowing that, oh, you have the better weapons, you'll win. No, you're playing this round knowing you have a disadvantage. This allows another buy round here, but they now have 5 M4s with full nades. They still have some downsides, don't get me wrong. They don't have any kits here because of the way they invested. They also don't have an op. They can get these things if they would have liked to, but they opt not to, right? And Team Liquid do not expect this buy round, by the way. Team Liquid do not play this round like they're expecting 5 M4s. They get caught off early, and now this round is wide open for the CTs to take. T's try to react into A, they get some kills. It's a long round that's played out, right? Eventually, Furia win it out. And you look now at, because of the result of this economic decision, the CTs now have a very comfortable buy here again. And the T's are now economically like not in a great position either. The T's have a full buy here. If they get a plant, they will have another full buy next round. They probably will buy next round regardless, because it's 11-6 at that point. But if the CTs had gotten, say, 3 kills on that MP9 round, because also imagine that this is the worst case scenario, by the way. They got 0 kills, both on the eco round and on the MP9 bonus rounds. But if they had gotten kills in those rounds, several kills even, the T's would not have money here. The T's would be completely money fucked at this point, and the game is wide open for CTs, who have now built an economical leverage to play for the rest of the half. Here again, it's not looking good because they died a lot and they didn't get any kills, so their money is still not as much as it could have been. But we can look at another example of this that is a bit more favored for the CTs, where we can see this working out, right? Here we can see Johnny Speeds against Cloud9, which was played as the time of this recording today at the RMR Group A, I believe. They opt for the same thing as Furia did in that round. They lose the pistol round. They're playing CT side. They opt for an eco here. They still have a small investment here with kit plus smoke on the on Rolf and also Deagle and Draken. But this is nothing really in the long run. They play for a gamble. They hope to get the Spirit Ninja Diffuse type of angle here on this low buy round. Doesn't work out. They lose the round. Again, instead of opting to full buy here into the T's who have a bonus round here, they decide to do the half buy strategy. They save approximately 2,000 per player. They still have a kit, they still have some smokes, they still have some HGs, right? They have a scout on Draken. And they're also just playing this round kind of on a gamble, right? Bob XD does an early push here underground. Spook is gonna push up B-ups as well, so they're playing to kind of crunch B-ups here. Again, playing on the T's expectations that they won't have M4s. If they would have M4s on this round, this play is very unorthodox for first buy round on CT side. Because this is a very big gamble. Bob XD misses out his duel, but he completely catches Exile off guard. That could have easily been a kill. And this round still falls apart, by the way. They still lose this round quite convincingly, right? Because Dex also loses his duel on Exile, who should not be getting 2 here in this situation. And this round ends up being also quite a convincing round for Cloud9. As the last 2 CTs here opt to save, right? Instead, trying to build up some form of save money. Again, they got about 5,000 per player. This is enough for a full buy on CT side. Especially with 2 guns saved, they have a lot of playroom here, right? If they want to have an AWP here, they could have dropped it over and gotten rid of a scout. Draken gets an early kill. They have a full buy here, and because of them also saving 2 guns, you can see the economical lead that they got now, because these 2 players who saved last round now have even more money for next round. So even if they lose this round, if they save 2 guns and they lose this round, they can buy fully again. Because the Rolf will have money, Bob will have money, Draken will have money, 2 guys save, they can even drop a gun, right? They don't even need to save 2, they can save 1 gun here and they will have a full buy next round. I think they end up losing only 1 player this round, not even that. No, they lose 0 players in this round, which is a dream, right? And you look here, playing for this eco strategy that some teams have implemented, like Furia, you can see the results. Here's the money on the next round. The CTs now have the full economic control. They have a full buy here. They will have money to buy fully next round, even if they lose this round without getting any kills. The T's money, because they also saved 2 here, is really weird. Like, they're gonna have to eco this one, but these 2 players that saved won't have money next round, so they have to kind of try to save again. And the CT economy is absolutely booming. They're playing against eco, they win this one, and they are stacked. They will have enough money to buy for the coming 3-4 rounds. So this is a really best case scenario, what happens. Well, this isn't even necessarily best case, because they barely got any kills on these force buy rounds, right? On this MP9 force buy rounds. Because the MP9 actually gives the CTs a way to make more money. Like, Ts can get more money when they're not even fully buying, because they get plants, and they lose the round, they get 600 extra. CTs can do the same thing now with MP9, because if they play MP9 half buy rounds, and they get kills, they get 600 extra. And you damage the T economy as well. Every kill losing the T is about 4,000 minimum. So this is a really good way of, or an interesting way rather, to play the economical game on CT side to get as much buy rounds as you can. This is something that you can try to implement and think about, right? When you're a IGL or just a player in a team, about how you use your money, and don't just fall into the trap of more buy round, like buying every round that you can, right? Please look at the end result here. They win this round, it's 3-3 now, and here the Ts are now in a buy round where they're not fully bought up, and the CTs have well enough money saved up here to hopefully get at least 5-6 rounds this half. So that's about it that I wanted to talk about today. This new economical strategy is quite interesting and could be something to implement into your game, or at least think about. Damaging the enemy team's economy, CT side and on T side, this could be applicable. And thinking about ways to maximize your amount of opportunities to play buy rounds, right? Now with MR12, it's quite ruthless. You lose a pistol round, you lose a force buy here and there, you lose against an eco. It could be very hard, right? So this is something you can think about for your games. Thank you so much.